Hey everyone, this is Bethany. I'm one of the members of the new children's leadership team, and I'm standing here in one of our newly painted rooms. We've redone all of the children's rooms downstairs. We invite you to come and look at them. They're pretty awesome. We're going to have some cool decorations and updated paint and things like that.
If you'll travel downstairs into our children's department, you'll see that there are some fresh colors put on the wall there. Very colorful. It is bright and it looks awesome. And as wonderful as all of that is, as good at it as it looks, the fact of the matter is it is just a facade. But if there is no substance to go with the facade, it will not serve our God. As good as it is, a facade does not change lives.
But more importantly, we've spent a lot of time this summer praying over and looking through a bunch of children's curriculum. Took us a long time to come up with what we wanted, but fortunately the Lord gave us a lot of unity in it. We're really excited to show you what some of the new programming is going to be about. We chose a program called the Gospel Project for Sunday mornings. It's a 3-year curriculum that's going to do chronological through the Bible for all of the kids. They all learn the same things on the same week, and then there's a secondary children's church component as well. So there's going to be some cohesion between Sunday schools and children's church, which is going to be really, really awesome. We've got another program called Orange, which we're going to be using on Wednesday nights. It is a fantastic program. For me personally, just so you know a little bit about where I'm coming from, Wednesday nights are really, really important to me. Ideally, in a perfect scenario, assuming you've got an unchurched kid that is actually coming to Wednesday nights regularly, we only have about 40 hours in an entire year to get them, to reach them, to instill Christ in them, to love on them. The church kids, they go home, they're seeing Christ in their families, they're seeing him around the dinner table, they're seeing him at Sunday school, things like that. It's those unchurched kids that I personally really have a heart for. So a couple things that you guys as parents can be expecting. Both curriculum, Orange and the Gospel Project, is going to have a lot of take-home stuff that we're going to be sending that you can be expecting to see. Everything from cue cards to memory verses to online family devotionals that you guys can plug into and continue to re-emphasize through the week. COVkids is going to be our new logo. We're getting some awesome new signs, some t-shirts, and promotional materials that we want to get out to the church, but also more importantly to the community. COV is going to stand for Connection, Obedience, and Vision. And these are some of the strategies we want to start instilling into the kids of this age, of this church, and this generation. Connection to, first and foremost, Christ, and understanding how to do that. Connecting to their families, to the world around them, to their peer group, and ultimately to the world and how they're going to bring Christ to that. The obedience we want to instill in them. We want to start planting seeds of not only obviously obedience to their parents and how important that is, but obedience to God. And as they grow older and become teenagers and become young people and adults, that ultimately we have instilled those seeds in them, that they will be obedient to the vision that God has given them. So that's kind of the strategy we're going to be using. It will become more refined over time, but we wanted to give you an idea of what our goals are for that at this point. If you're wanting to be a part of our programs, we encourage you to talk to one of us about it. There's always going to be needs to serve these kids. We want your kids to be bringing their friends, bringing their family, whatever they need to do so that we can just get these kids in there, we can show them God, we can show them that God's got a purpose for them, that they are valuable to Him, and that we can get them ultimately plugged into the body. And that is one of the easiest ways to get parents and families who are unchurched coming into, because most of the times parents have no problem dropping their kids off at church. It's getting them to come through those doors and stay there as well. So we're really looking at this very much as an outreach opportunity, not only to get the unchurched kids in, but eventually the parents, eventually the family, getting the whole community involved in this body so that God can just really explode it. I think He's got amazing things in store for the church, for the ministry, and ultimately for Mount Vernon. So let's get it going. We're really, really excited.